it's me, it's Dean, and yes, you were watching Dean's Brick Show. I just want to say thank you for joining me, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell. So you can be notified with all my future releases. Alrighty, we are continuing our review of Halloween themed sets. We are reviewing another Monster Fighter set because that's all I really have, to be honest. And today we are reviewing set 9466. It's the Crazy Scientist and his monster. The monster being basically a Frankenstein type monster. This set has 430 pieces. Comes with 4 minifigures. We have the Crazy Scientist and his monster, of course. And we also have a couple of minifigures that we've already reviewed in other sets. That would be Dr. Rodney Rathbone and Major Quentin Steele. They team up in this set. Has a few glow-in-the-dark pieces. We have a glow-in-the-dark spider, a glow-in-the-dark skull, and a glow-in-the-dark rat. And we have a couple of, it's kind of a fun little set with a few playable features. Has a light brick, which unfortunately no longer works. I think the battery is burnt out, so I might have to replace that at some point. So yeah, that's a little overview of this set, and let's take a closer look at the set itself. Comes with the vehicle. And then we'll take a look at our 4 minifigures. 2 of them we've already kind of reviewed and looked at in other sets, like I said, but we'll take another quick little gander at them, and then we'll look at the Crazy Scientist and the monster as well. All right, so let's take a closer look at this set, shall we? Okay. Alrighty, first up we have this fun little car, and it's kind of a goofy looking car if you ask me. It's like a cross between a dune buggy and a golf cart or something. I don't know. It's kind of wacky. It's got, light baby blue colors, if you will. We got some fun flames coming out of the exhaust. They tried to make it look fancy. It's got this weird grill up here. It's got this really cool, not really a sidecar, kind of a side seat. I'm not sure what that's actually called. So your hero can come out of the side when they're ready to fight the monsters. Who am I kidding? Let's be honest here. The monsters are the real heroes, and these Dr. Rodney Rathbone and Major Quentin Steele are the real villains here. Let's be honest. These monsters are just trying to live their normal everyday lives, and these guys are trying to ruin it. Good job, guys. This car also has some sort of weird radar dish up top, which is weird. I don't know why you would have that. And again, we got the flame coming out the side of the car, and yeah, so that's kind of cool. And this sidecar or side seat thing is kind of cool. I really do like that, how that just slides on out there for some close to close combat action. Alrighty, here we have our lab here, and just a real quick little overview, and then we'll take a couple closer shots. We kind of have a little dungeon area here. Here's our spider and our rat and our skull, and those are the only items that glow in the dark on this particular set. We have our mad scientist up here, and we got this really cool catapult. You can fire off these little Lego pieces, and I can show you that here in a second. And then we got this bed that the monster lays on, and you can kind of roll him back and forth, if you will. We got this really cool device here, but this is where the light brick is. It's inside here, but unfortunately that no longer works. Up top of our little tower, if you will. We have some fun electrodes here, and then we have our Frankenstein Frankenstein moonstone, if you will. We got a little device back here that you can turn this with, and this is also supposed to activate the light brick, but like I said, it no longer works. But if it did, then this piece here would appear to be glowing like it's the lightning bolt putting life into the Frankenstein monster. Here's a little closer look at this thing. Kind of roll it back and forth. So that's pretty cool. And then we have just some various, we got like a bone and a skull and a wrench and like a microscope. And then we have some vials and chemicals. And then we also have a giant spider web. And then on top over here, here's our little catapult that you can put these little Lego pieces in. And I'll just try to grab one here. They're really stuck. Hold on a second. There we go. This is for when they're fighting. Whoa, that was pretty cool. So yeah, so this is kind of a fun little set. Not a whole lot on the back side, but I will show you a little fun feature here. When somebody is locked in the dungeon, you can attach this chain to the car, and it will take this wall down because it's a removable wall. Alrighty, I have the chain hooked up to the back of this car, and if you just kind of pull away with it, this wall will remove itself basically. So let's go ahead and try that out. Yeah, another fun little feature with this car is and it has a little like a missile here or a rocket and a couple rockets up here, and all you need to do is just kind of press on them and they can kind of go firing out and whatnot. So that's kind of a fun little feature as well. Alrighty, first up we have Dr. Rodney Rathbone, and Dr. Rodney Rathbone was in a set I did a couple weeks ago, The Vampire's Hearse. He's got some fun torso printing there, and of course he has his robotic leg, if you will. And then on the back side there, he has a little more torso printing as well. But we won't go into too much detail with him since we've reviewed him a couple weeks ago. And then next up we have Major Quentin Steele. And if you ask me, that's still a great name. And then he, of course, has some great torso printing on the front of him as well. And he has a little bit on his back, on his back there as well, too. And then we have a couple of new minifigures with this set. We have the Crazy Scientist. And the Crazy Scientist has some really crazy hair. Obviously, if you're a crazy scientist, you need crazy hair. Otherwise, you're just a scientist. And he's wearing some black gloves. And he has like some scissors or something tucked away in his belt there. And also a vial of some sort of potion. And he's wearing some goggles. And this particular minifigure, he does have another facial expression or print on the back side of his head, and I will show you that here in a second. But if we turn it around, he's got a couple more vials and some sort of clipper device, if you will, and that's pretty cool. And he's got, you know, his hair is nice and soft. It's not hard, that way, you know, kids don't get hurt with it. And here's his other facial expression. He's got kind of a sinister sneer, and one of his eyes is red. His goggle lens is red. So that one there is pretty cool also. And then, of course, We have the monster here, which is, you know, designed after the classic Frankenstein monster. You got the classic green tone, and he's wearing a fun brown suit. I don't know why it's fun, just wanted to say that. And he's got a stitch there on his chest, and he's got the, you know, long forehead, if you will, maybe Peyton Manning-esque forehead. And he's got a couple of, which is kind of funny, like a couple of clothespins or safety pins there on his forehead. And he's got like a fun little growl going on there, kind of a and then we turn him around, and not a whole lot of torso printing on the back, just like a long stitch and then a patch as well. So that's kind of cool. Those are our 4 minifigures. Alrighty, and there we have our glow-in-the-dark skull, our glow-in-the-dark spider, and of course our glow-in-the-dark brat. I really wish the light brick was operational so I could show you that, because it's kind of cool when those things work. But yeah, I wish this had maybe a few more glow-in-the-dark pieces, but nonetheless, these are pretty cool. Alrighty, and that was set 9466, The Crazy Scientist and His Monster. I know Halloween is next Thursday, so I'm not sure if I should continue my Monster Fighter set reviews into November or just save the rest for next year. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Should I continue into November or just save them and do the rest next year in 2025? And I might try to do a special Halloween episode for next Thursday. That's my plan. So hopefully I can get that accomplished. But that's all the time I have for you guys today. I want to say thank you for joining me. And remember, it's a big world out there. I'll break it up. Good night.